Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Brandon. Welcome to Audio Addiction. Today, we're going to be checking out two new tracks from my buddies. I love these guys. You Win Again, Gravity. They're two newest, quote unquote, newest. I know I'm late to the boat, but here we are nonetheless. Their two newest tracks, Curious Fake and Paper Bodies. This is going to be from their new album, as you can read here, Into the Dancing Blue. The boys might have to come back on. I'd love to have them back on. Yeah. Funny tidbit before I jump into the reaction video. They were one of the first bands I think I ever interviewed doing audio addiction like 7 years ago. So I have a lot of love for them. They come back on every once in a while, but I want to show my love to these boys because, like I said, they're the first years, and to me, those are the ones that are the most special to me. So sorry, guys, for doing this so late. Hopefully you'll have a newer track out, and then I will keep an eye out for when it releases. But we are going to get into the first one. This one is Curious Fake, so let's give it a listen. Ooh, this is interesting. This is so sick. Ooh. Oh. Nice falsetto. The falsetto to head voice is so clean. Chord phrasing is so tight in this. This brand always brings uniqueness. I'll tell you what. I love it. Oh, that's what a transition. The chord phrasing, and then also matching it up vocally, insane. Ooh. What? Oh. This is insane. This is wildly good.
It's a shame that it tastes so sweet. See that curious fake? It's in there somewhere. Are your favorite take? Just great. And I'm left with a taste, but it never satisfies. I'm just sitting in the dark. I'm waiting for the taste, but it never seems to sink.
Ooh, wait.
Just that face in the dark. Lying said,
Did he go through a keychain?
always got the lines. Left no
Ah, this is what? Oh, that was awesome. Holy shit. Guys, You Win Again Gravity, their newest track, Curious Fake. What a song. Like, oh man, this is gonna be hard to break down for me because I feel like I'm decently well at this, but this song might even test my skills at critiquing music. But I think this one was fantastic. I'm excited to watch the other video in that middle, literally in the middle to the left, that the video of my good boy Jack. The song breakdown would have been that. I'll have to watch that after this, and I'll leave a link in the description so you can watch it as well. Also a place to go subscribe to these guys. They only have 300 subs. You really, honestly, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not checking this band out. But man, the transitions in this track were really cool. I know that the times that I've had them on, which has been twice now, I know that they cite Periphery as being one of their influences. You know, you can hear a lot of like BT Bam. For people who don't know what the acronym is, it's Between the Buried and Me. That wasn't me, and I'm not trying to. I know some people don't know acronyms that well, so I just wanted to clarify that. As well as that, I feel like another band that I feel like they're influenced by as well is like the Contortionist. I think if you enjoy all three of those bands and you have not checked out this band, you need to, because this is a band. In terms of pure skill, I feel like they have a very good grasp over like structure, songwriting, keeping it unique, keeping it fresh, and I just had a good time listening to this and just having the most like reactor sort of face. Which I feel like this song would solicit to anybody. You know, I feel like if you were listening to this track with headphones on and you were just enjoying your time out with like friends, or you're driving home, or you're in your car sitting in traffic, I almost feel like you would emote in the same sort of way. But I do really appreciate the way that the song still has a really good kind of attention to structure in that way. It's not just completely just like avant-garde and all over the place. I think there still is a pretty good skeleton to the track, though it might not seem like it from I would say more so an outside perspective. I think the way that it kind of changes melodically out throughout the entire song, keeping the like the tempos different, keeping the like energy of the track kind of shifting in some ways. I think it does really kind of not only make the song, I think, more interesting, but I also feel like it keeps the listener engaged for longer. Because this track is 5 minutes and 11 seconds, but it does not feel like 5 minutes and 11 seconds. I know it is, because obviously time wise that's how it works, but it just kind of flows so well in this kind of like flow state, and I really appreciate that, because I think that a song like this is like it is the quintessential way to kind of like shift gears and try different things. And I think melodically very interesting. Some of the chorus stuff was really cool as well. I like the fact that like the actual instrumentation shifted with the vocals, and then vice versa. So I really like that a lot. I think the clean vocals definitely reminded me a lot of one of my favorite bands, which is Tesseract. I would say more similarly to like Dan Tompkins, which is their current singer right now. Really got a great tone, and I think that like I said, just overall was just really just a masterful way to kind of, again, keep the song interesting, fun. There's some really great guitar solos going on in this track. I'd also say as well as that there was that breakdown was so sick. The key change at the end, like they really just threw everything at the wall. And and sometimes I feel like that can be a little bit much, but if you look at it on paper, you're like, yeah, this is gonna be a lot. But when you actually listen to the song, I don't feel like it's that out of pocket, in that way. So I really enjoyed this one a lot. I think that this song certainly requires more than one listen, because I think unless you really like know music and you study it, there's a lot of cool things that I probably missed out on mentioning in this song just for the sheer fact that it's 5 minutes long. Like there's going to be certain parts that obviously stand out more to me, but overall, I think there's a lot of cool things that probably just I completely overlooked talking about this song. So I would highly recommend checking this one out. And then we are also going to give a listen to Paper Bodies, which is a little bit shorter than 5 minutes, which is still a long song. So I appreciate the dedication to wanting to do longer songs, because I think it's difficult in an age where a lot of bands have songs that are, anywhere between the range of like 2.5 minutes to maybe max 4.5 minutes. So I think for a song to kind of, again, or even shorter than that, I know a lot of like hardcore and punk and that sort of stuff have shorter songs for that, reason. Which isn't a bad thing either, because I do like just a short, punchy track. But I think the fact that this band is so intricate in the way that they write, I actually appreciate the fact that they are writing longer tracks, because I think it makes it more engaging. It makes you appreciate the songs more, and I also think as well as that, it makes you appreciate the dedication of the journey, of listening to the song and really kind of fleshing it out and trying to figure out different maybe melodic motifs that you heard earlier on in the song, and maybe make more of a reoccurring role throughout the song, or if they make an appearance later on in the song, but maybe in a different way. So I really appreciate their attention to detail in that aspect, and I think that they've always really had that, to me, in my opinion. Reclusive is another fantastic track, and that came out a few years ago, but yeah, I think this is like, again, kind of, I know they kind of take like breaks, which is great, because I think they come up with songs like this and you're like, why the fuck, like, have I not heard of this band? And I think that's kind of it. But I'm really hoping they're pushing this album a lot, and I will definitely be giving a listen to their album when it comes out. So I'll be keeping you guys posted on this, because I definitely feel like it's worth a listen. And if anything, maybe the guys will come on and do a track by track. We'll have to see. But I really enjoyed this one. We are going to shift gears, and we're going to get into their other song, Paper Bodies, in just a moment.
12 seconds later.
All right, guys. So I do have Paper Bodies loaded up. This is another song off their newest album, Into the Dancing Blue. Again, as I mentioned at the end of that part of the song, I will be checking out that whole album when it comes out, and I'm hoping you win again, Gravity. Come on. Come back on. I love you. So like we'll have to get something set up, because I'd love to have you guys back on. But anyway, I'm not gonna keep anybody else any longer. This song is good. This song is long enough, and on top of that, this video is probably gonna be pretty decently long. So let's get into Paper Bodies. Really nice piano intro. This is not sponsored by Polar, but if they want to sponsor me, that'd be sick. The bass riffing on this track. Pulling books out of like Snarky Puppy, Reina Kinto. for like metal. Ooh, this chorus is tight.
Just tell me why we're here. Scissors, curtains, tape, sewing cats, making songs and picket lines since 1995. It's just the rules that we have made.
Ooh, this is nice.
If we know they are, echo every syllable.
Ooh. Clean.
Two tribes breathless. No room for the middle ground. You everything
Ooh, what a
that
great
I
blend.
disagree with. You're everything. You're everyone.
All right, all right. Oh, this is so crazy. All right. Love the group vocals. Ooh, what a great push. Oh, gorgeous. She gorgeous. Oh, man. Really bringing the jazz vibes with this little outro. Oh. Wow, that was, oh my God. I don't know why it took me so long to react to both these songs. I should have done it much sooner. But guys, this is the other single from You Win Again Gravity, their newest song, newest quote unquote song, new to me. Paper Bodies. This one I think had more of a jazz flair to it, which I really like. It definitely reminded me of bands like Rain Akindo, Snarky Puppy, just bands that kind of do a really great. Between the Buried and Me, again, I know that they incorporate a lot of jazz into their music as well too, and they're incredible songwriters in their own right, certainly. But yeah, I really enjoyed both of these songs just because I think each one of them have a different vibe to them. I think this one is a little bit more softer, a little bit more melodic. And the other song that I did a reaction video before, I felt like that one had more aggression, a little bit more punch, a little bit more like a little bit more of that heavier sound that I feel like that You Win Again in Gravity kind of does. I think they do a really great job of hitting both ends of the scale. Like, I think they can do this stuff that's a little bit more melodic, as you can tell with this one, and I think they can go a little bit heavier, with some of the other songs that they've done in their previous catalog. So I'm curious how far out do they go heavy wise, and how far soft do they go in terms of the like more melodic nature. I think both songs have their own merit to them, and I think it just makes me really really excited to just listen to this album when it comes out. I think it's going to be coming out pretty soon from what I could gather, but I also don't know, the details behind it. So again, I'm going to pitch it to the guys to come back on. I'd love to have them back on as always. I love these guys so much. But yeah, I think this one really great focus around like the piano. I think the vocals, I think, get a lot of love in this track as well. I wouldn't say there's as much like heaviness going on in the track. There are definitely some moments. There's some moments of screaming as well, but for the most part, it's like mostly like piano, like some really cool bass lines, some drumming, and vocals. Like there is some guitar parts certainly, but I would argue that there's nominally less compared to the previous single that we just listened to. And I'm not going to complain because I think it really shows the type of range that they're working with, as well as that I just think it shows off a unique side of their sound that I feel like most people, we always talk about how bands can kind of change or evolve. And I think that this band kind of, again, can kind of do pretty much, anything within musical reasoning. I think they have some moments where it's just like really captivating, really beautiful, but then also at the same time, like really dark and haunting and like definitely on the heavier side. So I appreciate the variation that you win again Gravity has gone through, and just listening to both of these tracks I think gives me a better preparation for what the album is going to sound like as a whole. And I think it just makes me really excited to just kind of see how far reaching it is and how it's going to be. So really enjoyed this one as well. I would say I might enjoy this one just a little bit more, just because it's just so serene and beautiful, and I really appreciate just everyone involved in this one, because I think you really get to hear all of them individually in that way, and I didn't feel like that way with the other song that they did, the one that we just reacted to earlier. And so I really just kind of appreciate the thought process behind it, and the reasonings to why they went about this. Again, as I mentioned in the previous reaction video, they did breakdowns of both songs. So I will leave both of those links in the description. But yeah, I'm really excited to hear what You and Again Gravity is, because I would argue this is probably some of their best work to date thus far. I don't want to toot their horn by any means, but from what I've heard and just kind of being floored by the musicality of it all, I just know that there's a very good chance that this could definitely be their best work, 100%. And granted, I know they've been working on it for a while, I'd imagine, because I don't think they have released an album in quite a bit. So to actually have this and being worked on for as long as it has, I feel like they have taken the time to really just go to the grindstone and punch out songs that really are melodically beautiful, but also really kind of keep their whole mentality of just doing something a little bit different. So really enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the songs down in the comments section below. Do you like, the first song we reacted to? Do you like this song, Paper Bodies? Just would love to know what your thoughts are on both of the tracks down in the comments. If you haven't already, please, 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 please go check out You Win Again Gravity. They're awesome, and I've had them on again 2, maybe possibly 3 times now at this point, and they just keep they're like a fine wine. They just keep getting better with age. And so just really excited to see what they have coming up next, and I'll be keeping my eyes peeled for new music from them coming up soon. Hopefully they'll be back on the channel so they could talk about all this sort of stuff. I know I keep saying it, but for real, like, guys, come on, DM me, man. I would love to have you on. But yeah, very excited. I hope you all like it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe this video. It would greatly help. And honestly, if you enjoyed this video, you're probably gonna enjoy a lot of the other stuff that I do here on Audio Addiction. So make sure to subscribe. I'd love for you to be a part of my music community. So if you could do that, that'd be amazing. So thank you for watching. Love all of you, and I hope to catch you in the next video. Peace.